Esau don't care about being fair and equalizing everything. That's not what Esau is all about. All right, they're in the business of destroying your life so that they can keep ruling, and they can keep getting more and more off of your labor, and you just gonna have to accept it. All right, and on top of that, well, actually, what they want you to do, they don't want you to even work anymore.
Yeah.
They want the tech to do all of the work while you're just sitting at home. And as a matter of fact, they don't want you to own anything anymore. They don't even want you to own your house, which really no one owns their house really, because they don't have the access to the allotted title, which the queen has access to that. So in other words, you could buy any property, but if you don't have the allotted title, you don't truly own that property or that portion of land. That's why you pay taxes, and the taxes go back to those same people. And what do you think they're doing with the taxes? They're actually using your money and building weapons of war with it.
Yep. Which further strengthens their empire.
Exactly.
You're basically building them up. Like you said at the start, they want to keep you working for them because you're building up their economy.
Yeah. So that's just what it is. It's like when you actually, let's just say you get a house, right? And you have to pay the mortgage. The word mortgage goes back to the word morgue, which means death.
Death gauge, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to pay this thing until you die. Basically, you have to pay your mortgage until you're down in the grave, man.
Yeah. So
you don't own shit technically, and they want to put that in front of your face when around this new world order. In the era of the Great Reset, as they call it, which is the new term, which is another way of saying a new world order. When the new world order is set up, they want to convey that point right in front of your face, and they don't want you to own anything. They want to own everything. So the more they own everything, the more reliant you have to be on them.
Yeah.
Go on, brother.
If I may say something, in a weird way, I kind of want to see the people of the world see what Esau was actually planning for them all along. For them to wake up one day and realize, hang on a minute, now we're living in a slave state where we don't own anything, we don't control anything, we've got no powers, and all we're doing is just serving the elites. It would be poetic justice. But we know that's not going to happen, because before they're able to accomplish their great work, Yahweh Shah is going to come and slap the spoon right out of their hand before they're able to finish before he's able to fill his belly.
Yeah. Now setting up that new world order. It's all about, that's what it's all about. Like they even call themselves the plutocracy.
What does that plutocracy mean?
Plutocracy meaning the rich rule.
Okay.
So that's what they're setting up. They don't care about what other people have to say. They don't care about protesters. They don't give a shit. They never really cared about people anyway. They were just using people just to get their way with them.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
So shall I continue on Psalms 83? Or
Please do.
Right, so reading on, it says, "For they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes."
That's some Arabs, man.
Jebel, and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines, and the inhabitants of Tyre.
Right, that's those indigenous dark nations in Africa.
Yep.
Go on.
Ashur is also joined with them.
The Syrians. Go on.
They have holpen the children of Lot, Selah. And it's
so they're in league. Rather, they're in league with Moab and Ammon. And that's all of those nations in the UN building that are at one consent against our people, man. That's why we don't. There's no person that represents us in the UN. There's nobody of our race that represents us in the UN whatsoever.
Yep.
So I mean, that's you got to put two and two together. What's going on with that? And then you got to connect the precepts together, which we've got access to doing that, because we were taught by our elders, our apostles of the Great Millstone, more in particular Apostle Tahar and Apostle Labar, Apostle Ramlab, and Apostle Ricard. We've all been taught of these men, and they've connected the dots for us.
Yes.
All right, and it just took the Spirit of the Lord to have our minds opened up to see it, and now we see it, and now we're giving it to you the way we see it. Go on, brother. And it's the way we're seeing it is the reality of it all. You know? So with that, brother, if you can, get me Job 20, I think, no. Proverbs 17, verse 9. Come on. Because as you read down in the article, I think you've already read it already, but the woman was saying we have to pay attention to the voices of those of African and black descent now. You have to pay attention. Because what it is another thing, they know something's about to happen. Beginning with, again, as I'm going to say, the top rulers that be, which pretty much, tell the political figureheads what to do, like your prime ministers and even the people that even work in the UN building. Okay, or more in particular, that tells the chief of the UN what to do. So I think she was probably told to make that statement. She was told by some very powerful people to make that statement.
Yeah.
To focus on us. Because maybe, just maybe in their mind, from their perspective, they think that if they just give us what we deserve, what they think we deserve, then that would then turn away their judgment, which is forth to come, which is written. But you can't undo the judgment. The judgment has already been written and it's already been prescribed for you to deal with. Just like how our judgment was prescribed for us to deal with. It's nothing you can do, Esau. A paycheck ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's not cutting it. So anyway, brother, you give me Proverbs 17 verse 9.
Khan, if I may, this is funny because was it last year we saw all these videos, all these Edomites trying to wash a couple of Jake's dirty feet, saying,
yes,
please forgive us. This is just like the next step of that, where they think that they can throw some
next
money.
level.
Yeah. Like we're prostitutes. You can buy us. There's no when something is priceless, you can't afford them.
Yeah.
You can't afford it. It's priceless, off the chart, infinity. I used to say that years ago when people used to say to me, what are you? You know, working class. And people, I said, my own little idea. People just say you got working class, you got rich,
Middle class.
wealthy, and then you got rich, and then you got wealthy. I said, me, I'm priceless. You know, as arrogant as it sounds, but now I know why I was saying it. I was saying it in the spirit, man.
So it's like you saw for Proverbs 17, which one?
Verse 9.
Proverbs 17 verse 9, it says, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separateth brave friends.
And that's what it's all about, covering his transgression, covering his ass. So if we can, as the chief told the world of the UN, the people that are part of the UN, she basically said to them and saying, look, we got to give reparations. So that's them covering for their asses. Because they want to cover what? Their sins, their transgression. But you can't cover you can't cover the sins which have reached unto heaven. You can't just do one thing and that's just going to change everything. No. So let's go get Job 20 verse 10.
Do you know what? I was just there.
You just stay going. I'll read that.
Proverbs,
spirit,
Job 20 and 10, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
And his hands shall restore their goods. So who's the poor on the face of the earth? And you know what too? It's okay that they've done what they've done to our people. It's okay. Because it just solidifies who we are in prophecy.
Yes.
That the Israelites in the last days would be the poor. So now they're seeking to what? According to prophecy, please the poor. So let's read this again.
Yep. It says, Job 20 and 10, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
And that they will do eventually. They are going to restore what they've stolen from us. As we just read. All right, previously, scriptures that we just read. So, what I would like to do is read the law, because the law talks about that. There's a law in Exodus where it says that if the thief be found and he have stolen any manner of things, and he be found, he has to restore more than what he's taken back.
Compensation.
So
Compensation as well. Yeah.
Come on, go on, brother. Salakia.
Well, when if you get caught like some of them people that used to know,
22 verse 8.
They get caught doing something from like a middle class person, and it's like something with sentimental value, and they can't recover it. They say, all right, you got to pay back the cost and compensation on top of it. So that's the law. That comes from the law. They're gonna have to compensate us.
And where did Esau get that from? From the law.
Right. Yeah.
Right. This is Exodus 20 and verse 8
to verse 9. Go on.
If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges.
And we've already found a thief. The thief is looking at us every single day of our lives.
Smiling in our faces. Smiling in your face.
I mean, we could blame it. We could say it's the prime minister, but we could even take it steps higher. It's the Rothschilds.
Fuck,
It's
you
these
know.
fortunate motherfucking families.
Yeah.
They're the real thieves. Now you have these regular peons that have
Right.
lived deliciously due to the benefits of what they have done and what their forefathers have done. But the real thieves are the ones that are chief on this earth.
Yeah.
So the thief has been found. So now they have to. So eventually, as it says in the book of Job 20:10, it says that they shall seek to please the poor, and they're going to restore all of their wealth. Right?
Yep.
Well, it's
All
in the
their
law.
goods.
Let's read the law.
Yeah, so once again, Exodus 22 verse 8. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbour's goods.
Yeah.
For all manner of trespass, whether it be for an ox, for an ass, for a sheep, for raiment, or for any other manner of lost thing,
Yeah.
which another challengeth to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges,
Yep.
and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his
Right.
neighbour.
So if the thief be found,
That's it.
then he's going to have to pay double. He'll have to go
That's it.
before the judges, the courts. Which guess what? You know what's funny? Guess what's going on right now? The earth is the courts, and we're the judges.
Oh, okay.
So all we're doing right now is we're giving a testimony. We're actually judging these devils for what they have done on the earth, and all of that's being reported back to the Most High. Like the scripture says, be not unaware that you're going to be entertaining strangers unawares. In other words, angels.
Yeah.
So there's certain powers that we don't see that's actually hearing what we're saying.
Calm.
So all
You
of
can
that is
start
being,
it.
like for example, when you pray to the Most High,
Yeah.
where you think your prayers are going before? It's going before the Most High. The angels are sending your prayers to the Most High. So even our words, the words that we're speaking, the sign and crying that we're giving out there, the angels are hearing it, and they're reporting it back to the Heavenly Father. So all of the works that we've done about talking about Esau
Right.
is being recorded in heaven. The judges, which is what we are,
Yeah.
and the earth is the courts. And guess what? We found the thief. We're looking at the thief every day. Go on, brother.
So it says, yep, and it says, for all manner of trespass, whether it be for an ox, for an ass, for a sheep, for raiment, or
Yeah.
for any manner of lost thing.
Any manner of lost thing. And guess what? They have stole everything. Because you see, Esau like to make out, oh, when they had got us as slaves, they got us broke and poor and all bummy. No, we had great riches, man. Don't get it misconstrued. Yep. Like when these devils enslaved us, we was living good. We was living good. You had reasonable empires among our people in West Africa. You had the Mali Empire, and the guy that was very fortunate in the Mali Empire, his name was Mansa Musa, and it was estimated that he was worth 482 something odd billion. That's how much he was worth. That's how much gold he had. He was wealthy. So you had a lot of our people flowing in wealth in West Africa and other parts of the world, even down here in the UK. All right, and as well as those Aztecs, those so-called Mexicans, they were abundant in gold. They had golden cities, man. Puerto Rico, man, you had those Ephraimites down there. They were literally playing with diamonds and gemstones and shit.
Fuck yeah.
That's why they called it Port of Riches, Puerto Rico. So what Esau did is not only did he enslave us, but he took all of our shit.
Yeah.
And it's all in his vaults, his secretive vaults.
Yeah. There's a place, Hatton Gardens, if you heard of it, man. Just one look. There's a lot. It's pure Amalekites in most of them shops.
That's where they do the jewelry, right?
Yeah, where the jewelry. Yeah, one of them shops. I said, boy, just give me that one shop there. I'll be happy, man.
Yeah.
You know. But boy, when you open your mind up more, you know what I mean, you realize that everything that's in that shop really was yours anyway.
It's ours.
Wow.
It's ours.
Yeah.
And when you really go deeper, see what the Lord is going to allow us to do. Yeah, He's going to allow us to just get our shit back. That's all it is. So when the other nations come towards us in the book of Isaiah 60, they're just going to give us what's ours, what they took from us. But I'm talking about these Edomites because they basically they enslaved us and they took our shit. They like to tell you, oh well, you guys were just swinging off of trees in Africa. You were bumming, you were poor, you didn't have nothing, right? And it was a good thing that we enslaved y'all because now look
We
at
civilized you.
We've civilized you, but we've already had our own civilization. We already had our own wealth. We was doing good already before you pigskins got before us. So what are you talking about? Go on, brother.
Yeah, so it says, yep. Any manner of lost thing, and another challenges challengeth to be his, the case of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to pay double. Actually, they're going to have to give us everything that they've stolen. Everything. The whole, even the earth. That we're going to get the earth. They stole the earth from us. They stole the portions of lands which was blessed unto us. They stole the land of Israel. They stole the land, the Americas, which belongeth to the indigenous, so-called indigenous natives down there. We could talk about Gad and Reuben, which the Lord blessed them with the enlarged land pursuant to Genesis 49. But Esau stole that from them. So he has to give all of that which he stole back to us.
Precept.
Go on, brother.
Job 20:15. He hath swallowed down riches,
Yes.
and he shall vomit them up again.
Beautiful, brother. Thank you for that.
On point, yeah?
Yes.
And the
definitely indeed on point. Go on.
And the Most High shall cast them out of his belly.
Right, and the Most High shall cast them out of his belly. So he's going to swallow down riches. He's going to consume all of the wealth that we once had.
Right.
Just so he can vomit them back up again, and it be translated into our hands. As it is written, it says riches are not, I'm roughly paraphrasing. Right, no, yeah, that too, but I'm thinking about the one in the Apocrypha, where it says riches are not destroyed. It's just translated into one nation to another. I'm roughly paraphrasing. So that's all it is. So all they're doing is they're just warming down our riches, so that eventually we can get it back again. That's all it is.